What's up, you guys? I know it's been a minute since I have posted a video, but a lot has been going on. If you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a story time on how I found out I'm pregnant. So if you want to hear the story, it's really not that dramatic, but I figured I'd just go ahead and tell you guys what happened, then just keep on watching. Okay, so yes, I am pregnant. Today filming, I am 21 weeks and 7 days. So tomorrow I'll be 22 weeks officially. And for those of you who don't like to hear how many weeks somebody is, I am 5 months and 2 weeks pregnant. Um, and I'm not going to do a belly shot in this video because I'm also going to be filming a 22-week update video, and in that video I will show you guys what my bump is looking like. But yes, I am pregnant, and I guess I'll just jump right into the story. So I have to take you guys back a little further than I'd like to, but it's necessary for the story. So basically all my life, before I was 15, I had really bad acne. So I was put on the pill, which is, I was on Yaz, which, yes, it is the birth control that the commercials tell you not to take, but I was on that birth control since I was 15, and you know, everything was fine. I was put on the birth control specifically because my acne was so bad, and it actually cleared my acne quickly, and it kept my face very clear. And then I joined the military, and I can't really remember why I switched to the Nexplanon, which is the stick that they put in your arm, but I switched to the Nexplanon, and I immediately started to gain weight. So that was 2015. Yeah, 2015, I switched to the Nexplanon, and I think I've said before in my videos that I'm in the military, so I had to go on base to get it, and when I started to gain weight, I immediately made an appointment and was like, I need this out. And she basically told me that it was my fault that I was gaining weight. She said it wasn't the stick, it was my fault that I was gaining weight. And so I was trying to eat healthy, trying to exercise, whatever, and the weight wasn't coming off. It was still, I was still putting on weight, putting on weight. So it was like 9 months into the birth control. Like, I had went back twice before that. I went back at 3 months and 6 months, and I asked her to take it out, and she would not take it out. So then at 9 months, she was like, okay, I'll take it out. But she scheduled my appointments for 3 months out. So basically I had the Nexplanon in for a year, and it was horrible. I gained 35 pounds from the Nexplanon that I still can't get off. But anyway, yeah, so I got the Nexplanon out, and I went back to the Yaz. And also, sorry, with the Nexplanon, my acne was horrible. My acne was like I was not on a birth control at all. My acne flared up. I have scars from that acne breakout still on my face. And so that was another reason why I wanted to get off of the Nexplanon and go back to my pill. So when I went back to the pill, I was taking it. I took it for 3 months solid, I believe, and hold on. No, I took it for a lot longer. I took it for like 6 months, and then they switched me to the generic brand. They didn't tell me. They didn't notify me any type of way that they were switching me to the generic brand. So when I went in for a refill and got the generic brand, first of all, I had to make an appointment because I thought that it was the wrong birth control that I got. And when I made an appointment, they're like, oh yeah, we switched to the if you were on Yaz, we switched you to the generic brand. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But it clearly was not, because I was taking it faithfully and my acne was still really, really bad. So basically my acne never, it cleared up when I was taking it for like 6 months, and then when they switched to the generic brand, my acne was coming back. So I kind of took it. Some days I didn't. I wasn't as strict with it as I should have been. And I did tell my boyfriend that I was kind of not wanting to take it anymore. Like, I mean, we had been together for 4 years, so I was kind of like, you know, look, I don't really like this birth control, and I don't want to go back to the Nexplanon, but also the Depo shot isn't really good either. So there wasn't really any birth control that I was interested in taking, and really I was at a point in my life where if something happened, like I got pregnant, that I would be okay with that. You know, I'm independent, and even though me and him aren't married, I can take care of a child on my own. So, I mean, it's fine. Not that I was planning to have a baby or anything, but I came to terms with the fact that I really didn't like the birth control I was on, and I don't like any other birth control. So if I got pregnant, I would just have to woman up and go with it. So anyway, so I kind of wasn't taking it, and then I got to a point where I just completely stopped, and I did let him know at that time that I did completely stop taking my birth control. So anyway, fast forward to September. Yeah, September. Whenever the Fenty Beauty launch was, and I know it's weird for me to use that as a marker in time, but whenever the Fenty Beauty launch was, I remember, okay, at this time, me and my boyfriend had broken up for a little bit, and so, but we were still seeing each other, if you know what I mean. Um, so, me and my homegirl, we drove to Atlanta to try and find our shade of Fenty Beauty, like find it in the store because they were sold out where we live. So we were driving up, and like she just noticed that my face had broken out really bad in this area. It didn't look like acne, it looked more like a rash. That's how bad it was. And I have never broken out on my neck. I always break out on my forehead and on the sides of my face, but I started to break out here, and I noticed it, but I just kind of was like, well, I'm not on birth control anymore, so this is just what my skin is going to have to go through, and I'm just gonna have to get on a skincare regimen. Like, I've never been on a skincare regimen before, but I was having to now because I wasn't on birth control, so I actually had to learn how to control my acne myself. So when we were driving up to Atlanta, she was like, your face, like, she didn't say it rude. Don't think that she said it rude. Like, me and her are on a level where I can be like, girl, you put on like 20 pounds, what are you doing? Like, we have that kind of relationship. So she was like, you're breaking out really bad. And I was like, I know, I don't know what it is. I was like, I stopped taking my birth control, so that's probably what it is. And she was like, oh, you're pregnant. And I was like, like, no, I'm not pregnant. I really did not think I was pregnant because I literally had just had a period. And so, and a note, really just a side note on my period, they were not regular. After I went back to the pill, I wasn't having a regular period. Like, I would have one once a month, but it was not, sometimes it was at the beginning of the month, sometimes it was at the end of the month, and sometimes it was in the middle of the month. So they weren't on a regular schedule, but I did just have a period 4 weeks before I found out that I was pregnant. So anyway, so yeah, I had just had a period, so I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. So, you know, I wasn't having it, whatever. So anyway, so my face was breaking out really bad, and my breasts were very sore. Now, a note on my breasts being sore, my breasts are sore every time I have a period. So once again, that was not an alert or a red flag to me that I'm pregnant, because my breasts are always sore. Now, every time I have a period, or every time before my period when my breasts are sore, I'm like, dang, I'm pregnant. And then I end up not being pregnant because I have my period. But I was kind of thinking, I was like, dang, my breasts are sore, but I haven't had a period yet. So whatever. So I kind of brushed it off. I did. But my friend was like, you're pregnant, you're pregnant. And I really was like, no, I'm not pregnant. And plus, me and her had a bet going on. Whoever got pregnant owed each other some money. Whoever got pregnant first owed the other person some money for losing. But, so I was like, I'm not pregnant, I'm not pregnant. So anyway, the night before I found out, I was at my, well, we was working on being back together, but I'm gonna just say my boyfriend. I was at his mom's house. We were there and we were drinking. I didn't get like drunk, but like those 18-ounce Lime-A-Ritas, I had like 2 of those. So, or maybe like 1.5. But yeah, so that freaked me out. But anyway, the next morning, I was like, let me just take a test. Like, let me just take a test. And for all my ladies out there who have ever taken a pregnancy test, and you know you're not pregnant, but you're taking the test just to calm your nerves, like, I'm not pregnant, but let me go ahead and take this test really quick. You know, when you take the test, you don't really be like checking for it. Like, you take the test and then you go on about your life, and then you're like, oh, let me go check on that test. It's negative, you throw it away, and you move on with your life. Well, that's what I did. I took the test. I sat on the counter. I went and ate me a granola bar. I was on my laptop doing a little editing, and then I was like, oh, let me go look at the test. And like, I looked at it like it was negative first. I was like, I was like, what the heck? What is that? And then like, so I took another one, and I just started bawling, crying. I just started bawling, crying. Started bawling, crying, and like, I immediately, like, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of friends, and the ones that I do have are like my best friend lives in Atlanta. That's 2 hours away from where I live. So like, she can't come and comfort me. I don't have a lot of friends in the area that I live in. So like, I have people like that I know, like my coworkers and stuff, but not people that I can like call and confide in, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just felt so alone in that moment. Like, I had nobody that I wanted to call and tell or ask them, what do I do? So like, I called my sister, and she lives all the way in California. It's not like she can do anything for me, but like, that's all I have really is family. I feel like in that moment, I felt like all I had was family, and all I could do was call my sister. I did not want to call my mom, because if you know my mom is the mirror that you do not want to look in when you're going through something. When you know you did something wrong, you know you messed up, or you know what you should be doing, but you're looking for somebody to tell you like, oh, it's okay, don't call my mom. Because my mom is going to be like, you need to do this, that, and the third. You knew what you was doing. Like, she's going to give it to you. She's going to give it to you like you need to hear it, not like how you want to hear it. And so I didn't want to call my mom in that moment, because I knew I knew I was going to get that. So I called my sister, because she had just had a baby. She's older than me, so I mean, I guess it's okay. She's married and she's older than me, whatever. But I just called her because I felt like she knew exactly what I was going through in that exact moment. And I was just bawling, crying to her like, what do I do? What do I do? And so she was like, go to the doctor, get a blood test, because that's what's really gonna confirm that you're pregnant. So I went to the doctor. I called the base, and they had an appointment for me. Well, they didn't have an appointment, but they were just like, come in at 1. We'll send you to labs, and then, you know, we'll get your results immediately, and then we'll move on from there. So I go to the doctor, I go to labs, and then they call me in the back, And the lady, she's like, the nurse is trying to take my blood pressure, and she's like, your blood pressure is really high. And I was like, she's like, is it normally high? And I'm like, no, it's normally regular. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to calm down, just calm down. I was like, yeah, I'm just very anxious. She was like, oh, by the way, congratulations, you're pregnant. I was like, girl, why would you tell me that when I'm trying to get my blood pressure to go down? Like, she didn't even reattempt, because I was like, there's no way. Like, my heart is racing ridiculously fast, and I was just bawling, crying to her. I was like, I'm alone. I don't know what to do. Like, I was just like, she was a counselor or something. She was just like, okay. Like, I was just going through it in that doctor's office, like, so emotional, so emotional. So then, if you're in the military and you got pregnant before, you know you have to go do the public health thing where they like give you a little briefing. And while I was waiting, I called my sister, and then I three-wayed my mom, and I told her I was pregnant. And she was like, yay! And I was like, what? Like, why are you more excited than me? You know? So like, yeah, it was just like the status of me and my boyfriend was just really rocky, and I actually wasn't even sure that we was gonna get back together, but I also didn't want to get back together because of the baby, so I was very hesitant to tell him that I was pregnant. But I'm actually going to show you guys a clip of when he found out I was pregnant. So what I did was I made him believe that I was doing the boyfriend does my makeup challenge. And so I put all of my makeup in a Sephora bag, and the 2 pregnancy tests were at the bottom. And my plan was that he would be doing my makeup, and when he got to the bottom of the bag, he would see the test. But it really didn't go that way. So I'm going to let you guys watch the clip, and then I'll come back on. Hey guys, so come on now.
I'm right here.
You ain't look all low. Sit on the high part with me. Pull the table over.
That nigga right there.
Okay. I don't know why it's so funny. Okay. What?
Oh, go ahead and start the video.
Okay. Hey you guys, so you can see I'm in a different place today because I'm with Bay, and he is going to do my makeup.
What's up, guys?
I guess that's how he wants to sound on camera.
Well, shit, I said my sinus is messing with me, so yeah, I can barely talk. Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright though.
Anyway, so we're just gonna jump right in. Are you gonna do what you want to start with?
I don't know.
Okay, well
I don't know. Man, I don't know nothing about makeup.
Okay, you know what I do though.
I don't know what she do.
What do I do?
I don't know. She rubs something on her face. She powders something on her face. She draws stuff.
Why
on her
you gonna
face.
put it upside down?
Man, I'm just taking stuff out of the bag. I don't even know what this is. What is that? I don't know what that is. I gotta show them what I use them to.
Yeah.
I heard they got instructions on this.
I'll tell you what it is when you...
I'm gonna read the instructions on this stuff. Do it the right way. Okay. Everything this bad that I need. What the hell you got that?
The minute Jamal knew he fucked up.
Hmm? What?
Is it a prank video or something?
Huh?
Is it a prank video?
What you mean?
Is it a prank video or something?
What you mean? What? What is it?
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say that on YouTube.
You can't say what?
It's a prank, ain't it?
It's not a prank.
I know you flexing, cuz.
I didn't know you was gonna pull this shit out the bag so quick.
Put it out the bag so quick.
Yes.
I'm gonna get halfway through your makeup.
Yeah, or something. Shit. You
Oh.
just start pulling shit out. I'm like, damn. I did not do a good job.
No, cause you say you pretty much got everything in the bag, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take everything out and read the instructions.
It's
But
not a
Nah, it's a prank.
It's not.
Oh.
I mean, we can go to the store and get some more so I can show you, but it's not a prank.
Did I put a title on the camera?
You can if you want to.
What you gonna use the videos on? Or that
I
was...
wasn't going. My mom and Kelly wanted to see.
Wanted to see my reaction?
Yeah.
Oh, they know?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, snap.
She really wanted to see it because she's like, he punched you in the face. We got proof.
Nah, I wasn't gonna do nothing like that. Yeah.
What? Why you did that?
You like what he went?
God. What?
In my stomach?
Yes.
I'm gonna be still hungry. I just ate. I'm 5, they gonna eat some more.
Why?
I feel like it's a prank.
It's not.
It's a prank.
Do you want to go to the store and get some more?
I guess. I don't know.
You do?
I don't know. Hell, I
I
feel like it's
will.
a prank. I think it's a prank. She got me if it is.
Okay, well, if it's real, how do you feel?
I don't know.
What you
I never
mean?
felt. I don't know what to feel. What you mean? What I mean? I don't know how I feel.
You don't know how you feel?
No.
You don't feel anything?
I just feel regular. I guess.
Thanks.
What you mean? I don't know. How you felt?
I cried.
I don't know. I'm gonna cry.
Huh?
I don't know if I'm gonna cry.
Well, I know you're not going to cry. What?
You still record?
Yes, it's still recording. You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, my stomach hurt.
Bye.
I hope she cooked that chicken all the way, cause my stomach bubbling right now.
Okay, yeah, so that's how he found out, and that is how he reacted to me telling him that I'm pregnant. He thought I was pranking him the whole time, like, no, and he definitely don't think I'm pranking him now, especially with, he's gone to every single appointment. He's been very supportive, and we are back together, so I'm definitely excited about that. But yeah, that is my story time of how I found out I was pregnant, and then how my boyfriend found out I was pregnant. Sorry it's so long, but yeah, it's a lot when you find out you're pregnant. It's very, very it's all of the emotions that you could ever feel when you find out you're pregnant, or at least it was for me. Like, when I found out I was pregnant, I was happy, I was sad, I was excited, I was anxious, I was mad at myself, I was just everything. And then now I'm just so excited, and I can't wait for my baby to get here. So you guys stay tuned for my 22-week update, and in that video I am going to be doing a bump shot. And yeah, so if you guys would like to see that, just stay tuned on my channel. I am going to be doing a lot more maternity type things, obviously, until my baby is born, but I do want to get back into hair and makeup. I did stop for a while because I was dealing with this, well, not dealing with it, but like just kind of like, oh my god, I'm about to have a baby. I'm kind of going through the emotions. I'm trying to figure out my living situation and all that stuff, so I kind of took a break, but I'm back. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. My handles will be down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.